Oh, we're on. Guess who's got the button? Guess who's got the button?
That's just so much better for everybody else, isn't it? Like if you think about it, Shorty, like you're in control of the button tonight.
There is a first.
There is a first, and it's, you know what? It's much better in your hands. So, how's the dude behind you?
How's
Ted
the
Lasso.
dude behind me?
Ted Lasso, season 3's just started. Yeah.
Yep.
How awesome is that?
Love it.
What do you love about Ted Lasso?
And you know what? The second episode's just dropped. Every week there's a new episode.
I know, on a Wednesday night. So, yeah, I know, right? So, I do want to grab that, right? And I know we both love Ted Lasso. We both embrace what's put out. And what do you love about the series?
I love about the series is every time you watch it, like I've watched it up about 2 or 3 times now each season, and every time I watch it, there's a new message, there's a new silver lining, there's something in it that's like, boom, there's a good lesson. Oh yeah, that's a heartfelt moment. Oh yeah, there's so many beautiful metaphors that come through the different scenarios. It's absolutely fantastic. That's what I love about
it. How old's Tiger?
13.
Well, has Tiger seen it?
Yep. Wow, we're all seeing it.
Yep. So Oscar's 12, and he's watched all seasons as well. And I love the way they communicate. I love the way they support each other. I love the way that they build community around each other. You know, like I'm going to get myself a mustaka. I'm going to go a furry mustaka. But it's such a wonderful series of real beautiful support. And, it's something that we both embrace greatly. And I highly encourage absolutely everybody to watch the series because it's so subtle in its support and the way women support each other, and it's just beautiful. So yeah. So sorry, tangent, but I really think it's a positive one. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I just want to grab this. Definitely, Sarah. Definitely need to put that on your list because either yourself or with friends or family, it's a show that there is so many different levels to it, and one, it is a good laugh. It is definitely a good laugh. It's in stitches. So, yep, do yourself a favor.
Well, I'm actually going to grab that, right? Because g'day, Butts. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Nathan Helen, good to see you, mate. But something that for me, just another TV series that I've recently watched, which I didn't expect to get anything out of, but I actually watched it with Oscar. Right now, Oscar's a pretty emotionally intelligent young dude. He's pretty savvy with big conversations. He's savvy to, we've got a pretty awesome relationship. And we watched Next in Fashion, right? It's about fashion. And I watched the first series of it with him, and I'm like, let's just see where this goes, right? Like, try everything once. If you don't like it, try it again just to make sure. And so I started watching it, and I fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with the art. I fell in love with the fact that my son and I are sitting there watching this TV show about fashion, and the artists, the fashion, I call them artists because they really do create some beautiful, beautiful things. And they were so supportive of one another. I couldn't believe just in such a cutthroat industry, like, and these weren't small names. The guys like Daniel Fletcher, and and I hope he gets back to me. So I actually sent him a message just on, "Hey, Bakes, how are you, mate?" I actually said, "Yes, I'm going to talk about you in a sec. That'd be awesome." Looking forward to that. But I was really impressed with the real genuine care for one another. But not only that, I don't want to say, I can't say it because I'm going to say is watch it, right? If you like Ted Lasso, you like what that brings to you. Next in fashion, I had tears. I was just so involved in the people. It was just wonderful. It's not what we came on to talk about tonight, but with the business of smiles, right? We talk about things like this. We talk about what's important, like, yeah.
And what's important is something coming up this weekend.
Oh, giddy up. Oh,
segue.
Ouch.
Tell us what's happening.
Oh, see that gentleman there? I'm going to put him up, right? This one here, Stephen Baker. Right? I'm actually going to share the story of what's happened, right? So anyway, I was doing. Shorty's got the buttons. He can take over at any point. This is gold. Probably
I got me tech. I got me tech going, Dave.
Probably safer for everybody too, right? So anyway, I was looking at people to come to the dinners we're having in Frankston, right? Because they're going so well. Tomorrow night we've got a games night, right? Just random games night. Just guys, bring your favorite board game. Sit down. Let's just play some board games, right? Just simple, clean fun. Get around each other, it's a success if I get one person to it, right? Because there's one person I haven't met before that I'm going to spend time with. That's a success for me, right? So however many come, doesn't matter. Anyway, we've got the dinners, and the dinners are going really well. And I reached out to Bakes because I actually thought he was in Langwarrin for some reason. Anyway, he's not. So, hey, dude, I'd love to get you along to come and have a yarn at this night. No. Anyway, I don't live there. So, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, we started talking. One thing leads to another. He's, doing an Ironman. So, great. Guess what? We're going to raise some money for a charity. I said, Grouse, I got a charity, right? So we could do something really cool here. And lo and behold, I go, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm doing half Ironman. Those that know me, I don't mind a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fit. Not fit. So Bakes and I went out for a ride and a run on the weekend. When he was doing his live, I was lying. Everyone said, no, we just did 100 Ks and a 25K run. Nah, we did 50K on the bike and a 5K run and a lot of conversations about handing out socks while we're doing it, right? And yeah, absolutely. I should be the whole thing on a bike, but I'm not going to be. So this weekend, I am completely throwing myself under the bus and I'm going to do a half Ironman, right? It's going to hurt a lot, right? I'm prepared for the pain, but there's a reason why I'm doing it, right? I need support. We need support. We need fuel to continue to touch hearts. It's last probably 4 to 5 weeks, we've been a bit sporadic about popping up. And that's simply because we're busting our guts trying to make things work financially for us to keep afloat on personal levels, So this stuff we do because we just love it. But this weekend, I'm going to really go out and have a red hot crack at just finishing a half Ironman. I'm going to have it because I want people to understand that there's more to life. We can do things together. And because my mate Bakes is having a crack at his first one. And if he's going to do that for us, I'm going to put my heart and body on the line with him. Yeah. I'm getting to know Stephen Baker a little bit. And I just, what a man. I just want to honor the man he is. Yeah. He's got heart. And I'm learning what he's done for others along the way and how he supports people with Melaleuca and he makes people stronger because of it. He wants to make sure that people are stronger. And if people are going to do that, then I want to support them as much as they support us. The best way to do that is in a big challenge, go and get dirty with them. Yeah. So this weekend.
So share us what actually makes up a half Ironman.
Yeah, so that's like a 1.9K swim, 90K ride, and then a half marathon.
21K run.
21K run. Right. So
that's all back to back, right? There's no breaks.
Yeah, back to back. No breaks.
Yeah, just clearing.
I went and did a 2K swim with Bakes. I ticked that box off. I'm like, okay, I've done that. I can do the swim. A week later, I went and did a ride with Bakes, 50 Ks. Okay, that's half of it. Tick. I may not have run. I may not have run much more than 5K lately. But I look good. Oh, shoot. So, but here's the thing, right? Like in October, we're running Sydney to Melbourne, right? And look, that's a journey we're doing. It's a personal journey, right? Very, very personal journey, right? It's about us having a crack at doing what's outside of a lot of people's paradigms. I want to do it because I just want to touch hearts. I want people to know that we give a shit about them. I want people to know that, look, it's if anyone's got a pair of socks, right? Every time you look in your drawer, how do you feel when you see them? Please put it in your comment. Do you feel when we gave them to you, when we touched your heart with the presentation that did that? Do you feel that? Right? It's not an accident. We love this. We care about people. We sit there and we do the things we do because we're bloody well worth it. And I if I could think of a better thing to do with my life, then I'd do it. But I can't. And I'm not talking about doing it for a day. I'm not talking about doing it for a week. We've been fronting up here on most Wednesdays for 2 years. Yeah. Because we love our community. Because we love the people that we interact with. Because we love touching hearts. We love people letting them know there's more. Because we believe. Yeah. We believe. Now you're going to get me in the feels now. Because I sit down and I'm working on a few things at the minute. And the amount of hearts we've touched and we've sat with. No, I had a message today from somebody. Right. I'm just going to read the message. It meant the world to me. Thanks for having my back. Just out of the blue. It meant the world to me. I want to live in a world where we all have each other's backs. Where the pressure's not so much. Because we know we've got somewhere safe to be. Because someone genuinely cares about us. I'm late tonight. Because someone wasn't safe. And this is important for me to turn up here. But it was more important for me to have that conversation to make sure that they are. Yeah. I got to sit for a minute.
So one of the things that I'll just change the tempo for a sec. Scotty did a training run with a few of the boys the other day, and picture this. See the smiley shirt? But now picture it on an outfit, a tri-suit. Now, what's a tri-suit? You might, for those who may not know. So a tri-suit is like a rash vest material that you get on. So it's like bike pants that also goes in the top. It's all in one. It's black, and you've got this big smile at the front of it. So now you picture this, right? Picture 5 grown men, right? All in there, anywhere between 30 and 50, all riding along and doing a swim together, and then a bike ride together, and then a run together. Well, maybe they're different paces, all going through with this big, beautiful smile in this black get-up outfit. It is going to be spectacular to see all these smiling faces throughout the run, the swim, and the bike ride. So,
can I just grab that?
Yeah, go.
4 of us will look spectacular. One of us will not look that so spectacular. I stood next to Bakes, right? And I've got a bit of muffin top hanging out the side, out the back, out the front. And there's this specimen, this absolute specimen in a tri-suit looking amazing.
You know what we need?
What's that?
The Mandex. Not the spandex, but the Mandex.
To hold everything together or jiggle it. No, look, well, thanks to Kate Save and Be Fit Food, right? I dropped 7 and a bit kilos. This is some illegals and the silicon wiggles. That's so true. That will be. We should see the photo. They're fit as. Anyway, Sarah, I will not look spectacular in that. I can promise you that. But here's the thing, right? And this is something beautiful, right? This is something absolutely amazing. So Bakes and I were running down Bakersfield Parade, and one of the things for me that I really wanted to make sure of was to actually have some socks with me as we're running, just to share with him the journey, share with him how it feels. And it was such a beautiful transaction where we just lit up people's faces, you know, and it was wonderful. He got to feel that. He got to feel what that was about. So that was amazing. But what was absolutely extraordinary was I was running along. Now, we're in the Campfire Project here, and I met an amazing gentleman, Sean Williams, right, who I honor him to be the man that he is, because married with kids, as always known internally that he was gay and couldn't express it, didn't feel safe enough. And anyway, years went on, and he took the courage to be himself. Now, what was interesting was he had a journey to go into to own that, because he wasn't accepted by the gay community or society, because he was a gay man with kids, right? So gay men don't have kids; they're gay. What are you doing? We don't do that, right? And he started up a community, gay men with fathers. And I met him in his infancy and talking about this, and it was a beautiful conversation. I was just so proud. As you know, if you've watched the Campfire Project, you've seen a lot of stuff in there. I love people being themselves, right? When you can own you, when you own your story, when, you know, like, what does it mean to be gay? That's one of the best conversations I ever had, because the line that was everything to me was, what was it like becoming you? And that blew the person away that I was having that conversation with, because in reality, it wasn't about being gay. It was just being who they are. Mm-hmm. And it was just beautiful. So anyway, so I had never met Sean. And here I am running along in my Mandex with wigglets, with my smiggly williglies, running along. And I was saying, Sean, and I'm just like, I've just come sweating like a pig, stinking, and I've just wrapped my arms around him. I was so proud. I was so proud to see him. But then he told me, I met his partner, and he goes, we've actually got 800 members now from around the world where we support each other. We had a conference in Sydney. We're looking to it. And I'm like, that is phenomenal. That is just, comes back to believe, right? It comes back to the support. It comes back to, I see you. It comes, you know, and I really honor and love that, the humanness of that. And I think that's what makes Ted Lasso so good. I think that's what makes only the first season of Next in Fashion so wonderful, is the humanness, you know. I think there's one word to describe the business of Smiles and what we do, it's a very human experience, you know. And I love that
Mm.
because it's time to reconnect, right? It's time to bridge the gap. Time is now. We're doing it with a smile. Except tonight, I'm wearing the funky trademark, right? And I'm sorry, I'm taking over a bit tonight, but
All good.
that's what normally happens anyway.
I've still got the button.
Yeah, thank God for that, right? Anyway, so trademark. If you don't know about trademark, learn about trademark. Blue collar support, right? These shirts are loud, and I'll turn around, and everyone goes, "Oh, great shirt!" And I'm like, "Yeah, awesome." Because what does it say on the back, Shorty? Is it backwards?
This is a conversation starter.
Brilliant, right? Because it is a conversation starter and it's about starting bigger and better conversations. So the number one thing for me with this shirt, right, is on here is a QR code on the pocket, right? The QR code actually, if you scan that, it sends you straight to TX. So it sends you straight to TX. Now TX offer blue collar workers and if any of our community need to speak to a counsellor, can go to TX and get the same counsellor 8 times in a row. 8 times in a row, same counsellor for free. It's a free service. So you've got someone to lean on. And my biggest thing, and I know it's with you too, Shorty, it's 1 and 1 plus equals 3, right?
Mm.
So much of the mental social health world is a solo effort, right? Which is really hard lifting, right? And unfortunately, not for profit space, it's pretty hard, tough for money. It's tough for all sorts of resources, right? So people are really trying to hang on to what they got, and it makes it difficult. But if we support each other and if we take the social and mental health journey and treat it as a community issue, not an individual issue, we're going to be able to come up with better resources and solutions because it is a community issue. It affects everybody. It affects all of us. So let's deal with it as a community. Let's not deal with it in our silos. Let's cross-pollinate. Let's keep doing things. You know, I think that's super, super important. What are your thoughts on that, Shorty? Because like I know, you're a fan of the mutt.
Yeah, totally. And that's the thing, right? Like you were seeing when we were doing the Northern Rivers Run, we were wearing the bandanas, and it's just once again, it's a conversation starter. The socks, they're a conversation starter. So it's all about having those conversations. It's all about working together because as we keep on going, 1 and 1 equals 3, and it's the ability to actually connect. It's that connection piece. How can we continually to connect with one another? How can we form a web that it's not broken? Because if you look at how a spider forms a web overnight, it's how can we work together to make it more efficient, to make it more effective, to have a bigger reach, to have a bigger impact, to make things a deeper connection and a deeper reconnection for people, because it's time to bridge that gap.
100%. You know, like, and it's funny because I get asked, right? Like, what are you doing wearing a trademark shirt when you got your own not-for-profit, Big Smilers, and Smilligan's so important to you? And it's simply that, right? I'm no more important than anybody else. Lisa Westgate's a great supporter, and she does some amazing work, right? And I'll support her because together we're stronger. Together we walk this journey, you know. And it's the different. How many times have you heard something and then all of a sudden someone tells you in a different language and the penny drops? Boom. And that's what it's about, right? That's why we're so supportive of other not-for-profits, other opportunities. You know, if you got an event coming up and you want us to be a part of it, sing out. You know, we'll try and find a way to be a part of it because we are so much stronger when we work together. So yeah.
And I want to share something that happened, an exciting thing that happened last week that we got invited to go to, which was the ILP Gala Dinner. So ILP had a conference on, their yearly conference, and they're looking for a charity. So lovely Angela Heise put her hand up and said, I know a good charity. And sure enough, the Business of Smiles was represented. So myself and my lovely wife, Nat, attended the Gala Dinner up at the Star Casino up on Surfers Paradise last week or the week before, and it was absolutely amazing. So they held a raffle there and some incredible prizes. And yours truly even auctioned off 2 pairs of socks. They were not just any old socks. They were magic socks. So we were great because we raised $1,500 from that night. So it was a spectacular night, and so really appreciate everyone that was there and supported the night, and even before and after. So it was awesome. Some great people doing some great things out there. So that was the ILP gala dinner. Incredible.
I'm not going to let you get off that easy, because I want people to go to Shorty's page and see him do the auction. He nailed it. And this is, we're talking about yin and yang, right? Talking about yin and yang, right? Which way does I've got a point? I'm not sure. One or the other way. Anyway, yeah, you nailed that auction. And I so couldn't have done that. It's so not me, but I love it because and this is the thing this is something I truly love about you and me, right? We're from different walks of life, right? We've started off on very different journeys, but our hearts are in the same place, so we can walk the same beat, right? And that's something for me that I just adore. You did an amazing job up there, mate. I'm actually really proud of you for that, but I'm also very grateful for Angela for that, because that was wonderful. Yeah. So yeah. So good job. Get on his Stalkbook page and have a good look at him.
Country and Western, love it.
Country and Western. Okay, who's country and who's Western? So, giddy up. All right.
So some special news that we're not going to release it all, because we're going to get all the details to you shortly, which is the campfire fire that's coming up. So we're going to share some information. We'll probably do a specific Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, Insta Live, YouTube Live, everywhere live for this special event, because I think it's going to take time, and it'd be great to get Papa on here to actually go through of what's coming up. So last weekend of April, so make sure you clear your calendars for that. It's going to be huge. It's going to be epic. So stay tuned. We'll bring Papa on. We'll have a chat about that. So that's something coming up. So stay tuned.
Well, I do want to grab that quickly, right? Because we're two very ordinary blokes. me more ordinary than you, right? But we have a lot of fun, and there's a lot of people we see online that embrace what we do, and I love it. Come and meet us. I want to meet you. I want to meet Sarah. I want to meet you. We're going to be in Sydney. I want to meet you. I want to spend time with people. I love it when we connect. I love it when we touch hearts. Give you a bloody big hug, because it's just awesome. So the campfire is actually, we'll get Papa on or hassle him and make that happen, because it's a great opportunity, isn't it?
It is. So as we come to a close, how can we keep up to date with your progress, your excitement this coming weekend? So when's the start? When can we expect you to jump on, do some lives? How can we follow you for your half Ironman this weekend? You're not getting off this live.
That just hurt, because I just saw that and So, all right. Okay. So, yeah, Shorty, can you put the link up, please, in the comments? All right. Okay. So, do you really want to follow? And I need a couple of answers real quick. Do you really want to follow me in this Ironman? I need some in the comments. I really want to know. Do you really want me to share my pain with you live through this Ironman? Oh, fuck. All right. So what I'm going to do is bugger you, Shorty. This is really going to hurt, right? Like this, I'm going to a whole new level of pain, right? Okay. Okay. I will go and get a clip for my phone. I'll put it on the bike. I'll take you on the bike with me. I will come in live on the bike, and then I'll come in live on the run.
So for those who are in, so whereabouts in Melbourne?
Oh, Geelong. Yeah.
Okay,
Geelong.
so for those who are in Geelong, for those who know people in Geelong, make sure you get down there Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Sunday.
Make sure you get down Sunday. Now, give or take, it's going to take him anywhere between 5 and 15 hours to complete.
We might still be there Wednesday. Nah.
So Geelong, get down there. So if you know someone down there, just say, look for the guys in the black outfits and the big smiley smiles on their outfits. That's the crew, right? So lots of cheering, lots of support. If you can get down there, for those who can support us and sponsor Scott along the way, I'll put the link up in the comments after this in a minute. So let's get behind him. However, I'm going to just say one little thing, mate. I think you might need a charger for your phone, right? Just in case, so it doesn't go dead.
I'm not worried about the phone going dead. I'm worried about me going dead. So listen, thank you, Lisa. A onesie's more the correct term. That's very much the correct. And it'd be very clear who I am and who the other blokes are. Right? They are specimens. Right? They are fit. They're all shaped properly. And then there's me.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I don't. Jesus. All right. So, okay.
So thank you everyone for jumping on this evening. Really appreciate all your love and support from our hearts to yours. Thank you so much. I'll put the comments. I'll put how you can continually support Scotty through this amazing race this coming weekend. Make some noise. Let's cheer him on wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching, wherever you're tuning in. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, Shorty, just before you go, I'm going to throw something out there. Right? If we raise over 10 grand, I'll get Smilligan tattooed on my calves. If we raise over 10 grand, I'll do that. Okay? Because I love the business of smiles. It means the world to me. It's everything to me. But if we get over 10 grand in this one effort, I will tattoo my calves with a Smilligan. All right?
Game on.
All right. So that's up to everybody else, right?
Game on. No. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. Let's get that Smilligan tattooed on Scotty's calf. And really appreciate all your love and support. Have a good night. And guess what? Hey, I found the button. Bye for now.